You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. I received 2 complaints. One was, dude, why are you wearing the scarf all the time? It's cold. And, dude, why are you always plugging your book? So, I'm wearing a scarf, and I'm plugging this book, Curse of the High IQ, right now. Because actually, this is germane to it. Let's go to the question at hand. Zach writes, what IQ test do you recommend people take? I'm primarily asking just for myself, but if you would like to turn it into a brief public service announcement for YouTube, let me know. So I said, yeah, that's a good. I charge them a little bit less because this is a good public service announcement, especially since I wrote a book on it. Where to go? Here's the study. All right, the professional hoity-toity with the oopty-loopy and the fancy schmancy test is called the Welsher Adult Intelligence Scale test. I knew it was WAIS, but I forgot what the hell it meant. And there are 5 variations. The most recent one coming out in 2016. And this is the official test. This is the one that if you go to a psychologist or you go to Mensa, that's what they're going to give you. And that's the official test. And so that's it. But then there's some complaints, legitimately so, or at least questions or concerns, like you get these IQ tests online. I had a buddy, we're at a bar, okay? And he's a nice guy. He's pretty smart, but he's not that smart. And he had his phone. He's like, oh, I found this IQ test online. And I think he literally answered like 5 questions, and it came out with an IQ of 182. And I'm like, there's no way in hell. He's like, dude, I'm pretty smart. I'm like, no, give me that. And I just like randomly put, and they're like, oh, hey, look, 182 again. And if I recall correctly, I think, is it the Welsher test? It only goes up to 160. But anyway, so obviously there's, I don't know if you knew this, but on the internet and in journalism and media and the Democrat Party, they like to lie to you and tell you what you want to hear. So you want a real test that accurately assesses it. So that test, officially, is the WAIS-5 test, only administered professionally by a professional psychologist or Mensa. All right? So that's what, if you want to go get it officially done. If you don't want to piss away the time and the money, and you need something that is a ballpark measure, and that's not that big of a ballpark, it's actually quite accurate, you want to take the Queendom IQ test. Now, I think you may even have to register, but I took this long ago back in the 90s when it first came out, and I got like a 136 or something. And we didn't know at the time whether it was valid, you know, like, oh, here's this IQ test. Now, what they did back in Queendom, I remember this long ago, is they just, you have to understand, it's classical Bell distribution curve. Everyone who took it, they took the average, that was the mean, and they did standard deviation. And I think, don't quote me on this, I'll have to update the figures, but your standard deviation is 15. You do the z-score tables and all that. One of the criticisms that we get about Queendom are these on, like, oh, your dad, Claire, you just took that test because you just told you were smart, it's overstating it. I'm like, oh, really? Because what was funny is back in the 90s, you know, this is a complaint coming from the left again, not everybody has access to the internet. And that's true. Not everybody did back in the 90s. So it was really only the richer, smarter people that had it. So if you had your test, you know, your IQ tested back in the day, when only, you know, the upper half of society had it, chances are it was understating your IQ. So I went and I did some research, and I found they actually did a study. What is the date? 2015, I believe. Didn't they put a date on here? What the hell? I think it was 2015. They didn't. And I'll put the link down below to the test. Here we go. I'm trying to pull up the data. And they looked at RAIS, ACT scores, IQ test online called Tickle, Queendom, and IQtest.com. And Tickle and Queendom had good validity. I'm not going to talk about, was it Crowbox Alpha, if you really want to get into the statistics of it. But Tickle and Queendom actually had a very high reliability correlation with ACTs and IQ, whereas IQtest.com, not an actual IQ test, a site, IQtest.com, had very poor. And that might have been one where they were lying about. And you could kind of see it here, you know, that a low RAIS or low ACT score, 105.20. The IQ test would be 135, 28, 27, 140, 28 and up, 143. So if you were on the lower scale, IQtest.com would give you a genius IQ. So that one was not exactly valid. Anyway, you could read through this incredibly boring and statistically intense study. But in short, the short answer is, if you have the money and you really, really, really want to know your IQ, go to Mensa or go talk to a psychologist who they themselves don't have high IQs. I know. And have it done. But if you just want, not even necessarily the quick and dirty, but something that's pretty accurate, I would even argue, from a philosophical standpoint, that, Queendom.com has been online now for forever. And you really want a wide sample of the population. I know there's selection bias. We're like, well, I wonder what my IQ is. Dumb people don't really say so. It may be skewed a little bit high. Go to Queendom.com. Take your test online there for free. And it will put you in the ballpark. At least for my analytical purposes or my opinion, whatever it's worth. You're going to find out if you're dumb, average, or smart. That much is true taking a Queendom IQ test. Right? Because if you get an IQ of 140 on Queendom, okay, your actual IQ is somewhere there. You're no dummy. You get an IQ test of 90 or 85, sorry to break it to you, you're pretty dumb. That's it, and you go take the real IQ test, don't expect to score a 130. Well, fuck that Queendom shit. So that's it. In the meantime, buy my book. Give me money. Whore me out. But yeah, succinctly, go take the official IQ test online. Maybe while you're in school, you can do it for free. Talk to your school counselor. Hey guys, here we go, we got government money. But if you just want to find out, one other thing about taking your IQ, fucking try, okay? If I took the IQ test when I was in high school, I would score like an 80 because I was a lazy fuck. Please fucking try. Even brush up on your math and your skills to find out what you're capable of. Because the worst thing that would happen is you mail it in like old C- Clary did back in middle school and high school. And you're like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. And you went, no. Just try once. This is kind of important. If you're trying to assess what you're capable of, give it your best. Find out what you're capable of. Study, brush up, then take the IQ test. Right? All right, that's all we got. You guys got questions? The old captain's got answers at assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you kids later. Toodles.